I would like to share with you a report that I just got a lot of help in putting together from the Hall of Research, and about the next group of people that are about to be arrested. There are 1,819 reptilians, and there are 807 males and 12 females. And these people require technology, and they have to drink human blood to appear human. And I'd like to quickly go through the list. 17 members are from the Bush family. Dick Cheney is one of them. Vladimir Putin is one of them, and he has 36 other Russians with him over there. A lot of them are the KGB agents. There are 58 of these reptilians in the military, and they're mostly generals. The director of the CIA, the American branch of the CIA, the director John Brennan, Keith Alexander, the director of the NSA, the director of the TSA, and they're in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and the Marines. We have 16 current senators in the United States corporation that are not the slightest bit human. Not even the slightest little bit. We have 17 Secret Service agents, 72 corporate executives and CEOs, and 218 people in Hollywood. Most of them are considered moguls and major actors. And the reason that the biggest concentration is in Hollywood is because they like to be worshipped. There are 112 of them with child rapist and child murderer, child trafficker, Elizabeth Windsor. I call her Queen of the Sewer Lizards, and because they're dark entity reptilians, and she has such a long history of murdering children. And many of the presidents in Europe fall under her command, and they are beings like her. She's not the slightest bit human, and neither is her husband, and all you have to do is Google their faces. And I think that the vibrations have gone up enough on this planet that people can start seeing the truth, although most people continue to lash out at me, and the same way they did to David Icke. But I don't really care what people think, because I created an intent in 2008 that I only wanted to know the truth. I only wanted to see the truth, hear the truth, and witness the truth. Instead, and I love people's opinions, but honestly, I really don't care what they are ultimately. People constantly email me telling me, "Oh, Lucifer's still here." Really? Good luck with that. I'm sorry. 46 of these reptilians are in the Vatican. And that's why the Vatican is so heavily involved in child trafficking. They have been murdering human children for centuries. Over and over. Convicted child trafficker Jorge Bergoglio, who most people call Pope Francis, had a heart attack while he was raping a 7-year-old boy named Juan Carlos, 20 feet away from Barack Obama when he was raping and murdering a child. No, I'm sorry, that's not true. It was a separate party. Another time that Pope Francis raped a child, he was 20 feet away. But DARPA had given the Vatican 14 children to rape and murder while they were here, and that was a separate party. Okay, these reptilians are originally from Alpha Draconis, and they've also lived in Eta, Sigma, Gamma, Draconis, and also this star system. There are 1,271 species of reptilians in our galaxy. Most of them are benevolent now. These galactic wars have been going on for millions of years. They're literally over across the galaxy, except for a couple of pockets in Bellatrix, the Bellatrix star system, and here on Earth. Now, this type of reptilian, the star name is also the type of one species of reptilian. It's spelled UXLA, and I think it's pronounced Uzula. UXLA, Uzula, reptilians. And they also, these beings here, the 819 beings that are about to be arrested, also lived in this Uzula star system before coming here. And, you know, many times when I've been reading their DNA, I see that these people as 58% reptilian. And I just found out over the past, 24 hours that the reason that is because of the technology. The technology and the drinking of human children blood is what hides their true being from us. And, when I used to read, like George H.W. Bush, he had one of the 1,738 Dracos that were attached to him. See, when I would originally look at that, because I didn't become, as gifted as I am now overnight. It took me years of doing DNA readings. I don't know how many years I've been doing them, but in the beginning, it's just like starting, someone doesn't become a brain surgeon overnight. There's a trial and error period and fine tuning, and the more that I did it, the better I got. But I would always see the predominant being. And then once they were arrested and removed, then I would see these the non-physical the Draconians, who were inside these people. And then they were arrested. The Bushes and Cheneys, they lost their, reptilian hosting spirits is what I called them. So then all that round was, they were taken away, arrested. So it gets confusing because there's been so many people actually as one person. So many beings as one person. And so you could say, well, George Bush was arrested. That was his Draco. Then George Bush was arrested again. Well, that was the Draconian non-physical being that we were looking at, that they got arrested. And then most of the clones, last time I checked, Bush Sr. had 12 clones. And this is the number one reason why they kill so many human children in the child trafficking system in this country, and predominantly in England, Great Britain. They've been killing children long before, this, first it was a country that was created here, and then in 1871 it became a corporation owned by the men who rape and murder children. And the reason I'm putting out this video is because they're the next ones to be arrested. Except for Dick Cheney, the real Dick Cheney, right? The real one. This is the last Dick Cheney, you're telling me? Yes, okay. Heaven says this is the last Dick Cheney there is. Okay, and he was arrested, and because this is a separate video, but 619 children were gang raped today. Merry Christmas, America. You just lost 619 children today to another round of gang rapes. And I know some of you care, and those of you who are praying to end this child trafficking system, Mother God is protecting you individually. She's not going to let you die. You may have some uncomfortable days, but no one that's fighting the child trafficking is going to die. And what happened was Dick Cheney finally realized what was going on. That Satan and Lucifer had been arrested, that he was about to be busted himself. So he took the 619 children and he fled the planet. He was off to go to Beta Canceri, which is like Beta Cancer spelled with an I. The dark side, I've heard a lot of them pronounce it Beta Cancer, but in our galaxy, I'm trying to learn the names of these stars, and it's not easy because here on Earth, Earthian surface dwellers feel that they have the right to name the stars. And for my whole life, I was like, well, how do you know that's the name? Why don't you just go to the star system and ask them what their name is? That's like if I just walked up to you and said, well, I don't like your name as Mary. I'm going to name you Gretchen, okay? Because, how dare you have the right to name yourself? That's basically what we do here on this planet to the other star systems. But, things are looking up. There's been round after round of arrests. And these 819, the Rockefellers, Rothschilds. If you want to see a reptilian in his true form, Google the image David Rockefeller, and you will see what one of these monsters looks like, or George H.W. Bush, or Queen Elizabeth, sewer lizard Elizabeth Windsor, and its husband. And I'd like to again report 619 children. They are in. They have been taken during the arrest, and I believe they're the first. Are they the first children that ever lived? Yeah. Okay. They're the first children that were ever taken into my lab that lived, and so it's going to be nice to hear what they have to say about it. Thank you. Merry Christmas.